Khawaja Nazimuddin, the reluctant statesman of a divided dawn. In the mosaic of Pakistan's founding fathers, Khawaja Nazimuddin stands as a figure of quiet dignity amid the thunder of revolution. Born into the opulent world of Bengal's aristocracy on July 19, 1894, and departing this life on October 22, 1964, he navigated the treacherous currents of colonial politics, partition's chaos, and a young nation's identity crises. As the second Governor-General of Pakistan from 1948 to 1951 and its second Prime Minister from 1951 to 1953, Nazimuddin was thrust into roles that demanded both steadfast loyalty to the Muslim League's vision and the pragmatism to govern a fractured dominion. Often described as mild-mannered and devout, he was no firebrand like Jinnah or Liaquat, yet his tenure marked pivotal moments, from steering the ship after Jinnah's death to confronting the language movement that foreshadowed Bangladesh's birth. His story is one of inherited privilege yielding to public service, of conservative piety clashing with progressive demands, and of a man whose ouster in 1953 ignited Pakistan's first constitutional inferno. Through it all, Nazimuddin embodied the tensions of a nation striving for unity in diversity, a legacy etched in the mausoleum of three leaders in Dhaka, where he rests alongside fellow architects of history. The historical crucible, Bengal under the Raj and the rise of Muslim nationalism. To understand Khawaja Nazimuddin's ascent, one must delve into the vibrant yet volatile tapestry of British Bengal, a province that pulsed with intellectual fervor, economic disparity, and communal awakening. In the late 19th century, Bengal was the jewel of the British Raj, encompassing present-day Bangladesh, West Bengal, Bihar, and parts of Odisha, a sprawling region of rivers, rice paddies, and bustling ports like Calcutta, now Kolkata, and Dhaka. The 1857 Indian Rebellion had reshaped colonial control, with the East India Company ceding to direct crown rule, fostering a bureaucracy that favored educated elites. Muslims, once dominant under Mughal rule, found themselves economically sidelined. By 1901, they comprised 52% of Bengal's population, but lagged in education and commerce, overshadowed by Hindu zamindars and professionals. The partition of Bengal in 1905 by Viceroy Lord Curzon ignited nationalist flames. Intended to ease administration, it created Eastern Bengal and Assam with a Muslim majority, briefly empowering Muslims through better representation. However, Hindu-led protests under the Swadeshi movement forced its annulment in 1911, reuniting Bengal but fueling Muslim fears of Hindu dominance. This era birthed key institutions: the All India Muslim League in 1906, founded in Dhaka under the Aga Khan and Nawab Salimullah, Nazimuddin's uncle, aimed to safeguard Muslim interests. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan's Aligarh movement emphasized Western education for Muslims, countering perceived backwardness. World War I, 1914 to 1918, and the Khilafat movement, 1919 to 1924, galvanized unity. But the 1920s saw fractures. The Bengal Pact of 1923, brokered by C.R. Das and Fazlul Haq, promised communal harmony, yet riots in 1926 eroded trust. The 1935 Government of India Act introduced provincial autonomy, leading to the 1937 elections, where the Krishak Praja Party, KPP, under A.K. Fazlul Haq, edged out the League. Coalitions formed and fell. Haq's KPP League Alliance, 1937 to 1941, then Shyama Prasad Mukherjee's Hindu Mahasabha Coalition, 1941 to 1943, and finally the League's ministry under Nazimuddin, 1943 to 1945. The 1940s were cataclysmic. World War II strained resources, culminating in the 1943 Bengal famine that claimed 3 million lives amid wartime hoarding and inflation. The League's 1946 election triumph, winning 86 of 86 Muslim seats in Bengal, validated the two-nation theory. Direct Action Day riots in Calcutta killed thousands, hastening partition. The Mountbatten Plan of 1947 cleaved Bengal, west to India, east to Pakistan. East Bengal, later East Pakistan, inherited poverty, overpopulation, and linguistic tensions, with Bengali speakers resenting Urdu imposition. Nazimuddin's era encapsulated these shifts, from colonial legislator to post-partition leader, bridging Bengal's Muslim renaissance with Pakistan's teething troubles.
Roots of nobility, early life and family heritage. Khawaja Nazimuddin was born on July 19, 1894, in the palatial Ahsan Manzil in Dhaka, into one of Bengal's most illustrious families, the Nawabs of Dhaka. Descended from Kashmiri migrants who rose under Mughal patronage, the family amassed wealth through trade and land grants. His paternal grandfather, Khawaja Fakhruddin, and maternal grandfather, Nawab Khawaja Ahsanullah, were titans. Ahsanullah, a poet and philanthropist, built Ahsan Manzil and patronized education. Nazimuddin's father, Khawaja Nizamuddin, and mother, Nawabzadi Bilkis Banu, upheld this legacy, instilling values of piety, service, and refinement. The Nawabs were synonymous with Dhaka's cultural zenith. Ahsan Manzil, a pink-domed Indo-Saracenic marvel, hosted viceroys and hosted the Muslim League's founding. Young Nazimuddin grew amid luxury, sprawling gardens, elephant rides, and scholarly discussions. Yet, family tradition emphasized public duty. His uncle, Nawab Salimullah, founded the League and Dhaka University. This environment shaped Nazimuddin's conservative yet progressive outlook. Devoutly Muslim, he championed education for the masses. Childhood anecdotes reveal a studious boy, tutored at home in Urdu, Persian, Arabic, and English. The 1905 Bengal partition exposed him to politics early. Family debates on Muslim rights ignited his interest. By adolescence, he was aware of communal disparities, motivating his later reforms. The family's philanthropy, funding schools and hospitals, instilled a sense of noblesse oblige, guiding his transition from heir to statesman. Forging the mind, education, and intellectual awakening. Nazimuddin's educational journey mirrored the Aligarh ethos, blending Islamic heritage with Western rigor. Initially homeschooled, he enrolled at Aligarh Muslim College, later university, Sir Syed's bastion, where he imbibed nationalist ideas. In 1912, he sailed to England, attending Dunstable Grammar School to polish his English and prepare for university. At Trinity Hall, Cambridge from 1914, he pursued a BA in law, graduating in 1917 amid World War I's disruptions. Cambridge exposed him to liberal thought, debates on imperialism, encounters with Indian nationalists like Nehru. Called to the bar at Middle Temple in 1920, he returned to India a barrister. Though practice was brief, politics called. This hybrid education equipped him for Bengal's multicultural politics. Aligarh fostered Muslim solidarity. Cambridge instilled parliamentary ideals. Peers recall him as reserved yet eloquent, debating Caliphate issues. Back in Dhaka, he applied this knowledge to municipal reforms, marking his public debut.
The political baptism, entry into public life. Nazimuddin's foray into politics was organic, rooted in family legacy. In 1922, at 28, he became chairman of Dhaka municipality, serving until 1929. He introduced compulsory primary education, sanitation drives, and infrastructure, roads, markets, water supply, transforming Dhaka. As executive council member at Dhaka University, founded 1921, he advocated Muslim quotas and curricular reforms. Elected to Bengal Legislative Council in 1923 from Barisal, re-elected 1926 and 1929, he joined the Swaraj Party briefly, but aligned with the League. Knighted in 1929, KCIE, he became Education Minister 1929 to 1934, piloting the Compulsory Primary Education Bill to bridge Hindu-Muslim gaps. As Agriculture Minister 1935, his debtors and rural development bills relieved peasants from moneylenders, earning peasant support. In 1937, under the new act, he won from Patwakali as League candidate, becoming Home Minister 1937 to 1941. He resigned over Quit India, protesting British policies. As leader of opposition 1941 to 1943, he critiqued Hook's coalition. His integrity shone, refusing bribes, living modestly despite wealth. Pre-partition pinnacle, Chief Minister of Bengal. Nazimuddin's zenith came in April 1943, forming Bengal's League ministry after Hook's fall. As Chief Minister 1943 to 1945, he tackled the famine, rationing, relief camps, though criticized for delays. He promoted communal harmony amid riots, advancing League agendas like separate electorates. Defeated in 1945 by Hook's resurgence, he led opposition until 1947. His tenure highlighted Bengal's volatility, famine, wartime strains, communal violence. Yet he built League's base in East Bengal, crucial for 1946 victories. Architect of separation, role in the Pakistan movement. Nazimuddin was League's stalwart in Bengal, Jinnah's ally. As provincial head, he mobilized for Lahore resolution, organizing rallies. In 1946 elections, his campaign secured League dominance. Amid partition talks, he advocated united Bengal but accepted division. Post-August 1947, as Chief Minister East Bengal 1947 to 1948, he managed refugee influx, economic stabilization. His piety influenced policies, promoting Islamic education, minority protections. Steward of the State, Governor Generalship. Jinnah's death in September 1948 elevated Nazimuddin to Governor General. Mild-mannered, he deferred to Prime Minister Liaquat, focusing on ceremonial duties. He promulgated the Objectives Resolution 1949, embedding Islamic principles in governance. Tours fostered unity between wings. Challenges: Kashmir War, economic woes. His tenure stabilized post-Jinnah vacuum, but health issues loomed. At the helm, Prime Ministership and policies. Liaquat's assassination in 1951 made Nazimuddin Prime Minister, Ghulam Muhammad Governor General. His cabinet blended experience: Nurul Amin, Foreign, Sardar Abdur Rab Nishtar, Interior. Policies emphasized continuity, economic planning, U.S. alliances. He advanced constitution-making, presenting Basic Principles Committee reports, favoring federalism and Islamic State. Foreign, pro-Western, aiding Korean War for U.S. support. Domestically, land reforms in East Pakistan, education expansion. Storms of division, challenges and crises. In 1953, the language movement erupted. Bengalis demanded Bengali as state language alongside Urdu. Protests in Dhaka led to deaths on February 21st, now International Mother Language Day. Nazimuddin conceded Bengali status but faced backlash. 1953 anti-Ahmadi riots in Punjab, led by Majlis-e-Arar, demanded Ahmadis' removal from offices. Martial law in Lahore. Munir report exposed religious extremism. Economic strains, food shortages, inflation. East-West divides deepened. The fall, dismissal and constitutional crisis. On April 17, 1953, Ghulam Muhammad dismissed Nazimuddin, citing incompetence despite assembly support. Budget passed days prior. Dismissal invoked emergency powers, upheld by courts but decried as a coup. Replaced by Muhammad Ali Bogra. This set precedent for executive overreach, leading to 1958 martial law. Twilight years, opposition and legacy. Post-dismissal, Nazimuddin opposed Ayub Khan's 1958 coup, forming National Democratic Front. Arrested briefly, he retired to philanthropy. Died October 22, 1964, from heart attack. Buried in Mausoleum of Three Leaders. Legacy: bridge between Bengal and Pakistan, advocate for Islamic democracy. His dismissal highlighted fragility. Language movement sowed seeds of secession. Remembered as selfless patriot, his integrity a benchmark in corrupt eras.